The Datto team and I are down here in Denver, Colorado. We're here because we want to show you guys why we chose Denver, Colorado as the site for DattoCon 17. We've got from Decipher Technologies, Far Shepherd. From IT Specialist Inc., we've got Preston Knight. And finally from WebRoot, good vendor partner of ours, we've got George Anderson. We're going to talk about Denver and everything that there is to do in the greater Colorado area here. Hope you guys enjoy it, and we look forward to seeing you at DattoCon 17. Welcome to Denver. Thank you for joining us here. I really appreciate you guys doing this. We've got a lot of things we want to talk about. Predominantly the reason why we invited you guys down here, obviously you're three locals. We're going to be holding DattoCon 17 here in Denver, which I'm extremely excited about. I love Denver, been here a number of times. So I'm hoping that we can express that love of Denver that I've got, the love of Denver and Colorado that you guys got to the rest of the DattoCon community, so that we can get everybody here and they can appreciate this state as much as you guys do. So thank you for joining. Let's do cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming. Thanks for
having us.
Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure. There is no doubt, and when I look at Datto's and Datto sales and stuff like that, and even just other IT companies that I've worked for, there is no doubt that this state is by far one of the more progressive states, I would say, when it comes to IT. We see a lot of technology companies that started here, including yours, George.
Yeah, that's true. We started a long time ago in '97, but we've got literally tons of new startups. This is one of the best states in the whole of the US for startups. For a very variety of reasons. The ecosystem's good for people here in the sense of the infrastructure was here. The housing's not so expensive, so they can bring people in. Housing obviously in the valley and some other parts of the US is really expensive. A lot of the skills are already here, and a lot of people want to move to Denver and want to move to Colorado. This state is, I'm sure the population's, you say double, but I know this, since I've been coming here about 7 years, the amount of building, the amount of people who are moving into Denver and the area is huge. In fact, so much so we're starting to complain about it. So.
I think you guys are on the verge of craziness because
there's
a lot of companies that are relocating.
Yeah.
You even look at Silicon Valley, like that's just becoming ridiculously expensive to the point where, and your West Coast transplant, like people are looking for, not cheaper alternatives, but kind of better alternatives, better lifestyles, and still maintain that kind of West Coast lifestyle. And there's no doubt that this is becoming a hotbed.
Yeah, I think the lifestyle generally in Colorado is, people think a lot of things about it. They think it's a very cold place, and yes, it can be. We're at 5,000 feet. There's probably more bicycle trails and ways of getting around here than you can possibly believe if you live here. There's so many facilities for outdoors. The hiking is just out of this world. You've got more 14ers within, 14,000 feet plus minus within about 50 miles of probably anywhere else in the world. It's just got huge attraction for a certain sort of lifestyle. And if you ski, if you fly fish, if you do anything outdoors, it's a great place.
So what do you guys do for fun around here?
Well, obviously in the winter you have to play in the snow, otherwise it's miserable. So there's lots of playing, and skiing and snowboarding is the obvious one, but snowmobiling has a nice lure because there's heated seats and steering wheels, and that's fun. But in the summer, it's amazing, and people from around the United States come here in this summer because of how great the weather is, and so it's limitless. There's, I can't even list all the things.
One of the things that I'm actually being asked, because a lot of people will plan around DattoCon, just kind of like, I want to stay for an extra day or come and a little bit early, that kind of thing. We're in June, okay, so early June. What do you guys recommend? Where would you send somebody to go? What is it that they must see about this area that is kind of like, because there's a lot of breathtaking stuff around this area, and I'm not talking about just within the city.
I think the people that come in town are going to enjoy the fact that we've got this 16th Street Mall, and there's a free bus system, and it runs you up and down the mall. So the fact that the conference is going to be right on that,
It's walking distance.
they can get a lot of places. So maybe there's going to be a great concert at the Paramount one of the nights of the show. There's also going to be Union Station down in the south end, and that's a brand new facility. It's a must-see. I think people should go explore in that area and really enjoy what the lower downtown has to offer.
Yeah, all the bars and restaurants that line up along that space, and with it being walking distance from pretty much any really central hotel, I know I've spent a lot of time there, probably entirely too much time there, but the last couple of times, more like what you're saying, is like we kind of explored. Like we found from Wine Coop here, the bar that we're in right now. Like this is I think it's Denver's oldest
Craft brewery.
Craft brewery,
Yeah.
right? It's the oldest craft brewery I think here in maybe Colorado. And they all brew their own beers and stuff like that. So
That's of course a huge attraction here. I
Yeah.
mean, we talk about other sort of medications, but the brewing
talk
side,
about that.
the
Don't worry about
brewing side of the industry here is just amazing. I think I looked at a little leaflet a little while ago, maybe a year ago, and it said it was like 249, 250 craft breweries, and they're all over the state. But there's another stat I mentioned earlier. There's about 200 different beers brewed here every day.
single day.
In
Isn't that
Denver,
crazy?
which is crazy.
yeah. Let's. There's obviously, when people think of Colorado or think about Denver, there's obviously, like we did Nashville last year, which is Music City, right? We did New Orleans before that, which has got its culture to it, Cajun food and stuff like that. And one of the things I love about Denver is it's like there's a ton of art, there is a ton of food, there's a ton of culture here. What would you kind of describe? Because it's really hard in a couple of words to say that. What would you say Colorado or Denver culture is aside from the flannel, man bun, lumberjack kind of culture?
Really, it's a very chilled state too. I mean, this is the West,
chill.
and people seem to forget that the Midwest is and the Western states are very, very different from the East and the West Coast. The attitude here is very much different. People, expect people to be sort of pretty independent, pretty much get on with it. They don't interfere with other people's business. They leave them alone, but yet they're extremely friendly. There's a whole lot of really nice things about the people here, and Denver's that lovely mix of you've got a very modern thing going on at the same time that very old thing going on, and you've got that mix, and it's very, very unique, and it's a very special place, really. And just, I'd come just for that. It's just great for that.
Have you ever had a man bun?
No, my girlfriend would break up with me. She actually said she'd cut it off.
Oh, really?
We have had that discussion.
If I'm not into snowmobiling or hiking, or even walking upstairs here in the bar, what do I want to do? What do I want to see?
I would say the music venues here as well. We have a lot. Denver is a big center for music. There's tons of venues. There's anything from the Pepsi Center to the First Center up the road. There's the Ogden, which is a small little place. There's the Paramount, which is just here on 60.
Yep.
There's literally tons. There's Red Rocks, which
Yeah.
I always say to people,
Iconic.
if you've never been to an outdoor amphitheater in June, go.
it's amazing.
Maybe elaborate a little bit more on what Red Rocks is for those that have never been.
Okay, Red Rocks is basically a natural amphitheater, tiered up. I think it seats 7,000 people. It's quite a big venue. All the major rock acts want to play it because it is this outdoor venue and an amazing acoustic. And it literally is I think it's rated as it's sort of the best amphitheater in the world for music performances, basically. And again, you're a little bit higher there. You're outside Denver. You're about 7,000 feet.
So you sit right above the city.
Yeah,
you can
and
see
you
a
see
beautiful view of the
views,
city
yeah.
at night.
So you mentioned your company's growing like a weed. We got to talk about that culture here, right? So Denver's always been the mile high city, but now all of a sudden people are translating that into meaning something completely different than what it does now. And again, in researching this stuff, there are more dispensaries here in Denver than there are Starbucks and McDonald's combined. Does that surprise you guys?
I think it grew around us.
Yeah.
Like it just literally showed up one day.
Yeah.
So
It's been a phenomenal business for Colorado, there's no doubt about it, and just kind of the more lax attitude towards it has been, what's kind of your impression of that, as outsiders are coming in, those that partake and don't partake, or, what would you kind of talk about from that perspective? Because immediately you talk about Denver or even Colorado, and people think immediately, let's talk about the weed culture here.
I think the culture of acceptance that the state has really kind of defines that. Like, it's not like if you're against it or you're not for it that it bothers you. It's not something that you'll notice.
It's not in your face.
It's not.
No,
It really
it's
isn't.
very far removed actually from that.
Yeah.
So I think that it's it's an acceptable thing. It's not a problem. And I think it's cool for people that that's what they want to choose and do, so then they have the opportunity to do those things. And I think they're very respectful when they do those things.
So anybody coming in worried about that? I mean, just even from my perspective as being a tourist here, to be honest, I don't really see it that much. I'm sure it's there, but I don't really see it.
If you want to try it, this is a good place to try it. It's a pretty safe place to try it too, to be honest with you.
I mean, if you want to go get a massage or acupuncture, you got to go seek that out.
Exactly.
If you want to go have recreational marijuana, you got to go seek that out.
Yeah.
That's what it's
Both the
down
way
to.
it's
Just do it with a friend.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Which one, the massage part or the?
That's up to you.
We're gonna take a break.
All right.
You guys good?
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, thanks.